Nutritionist Swanson is here. We're talking 3 diet mistakes to avoid. So do you ever get frustrated when you come through by February? Maybe you've had ambitions of eating healthier, doing all the things, to just feel better. So what are 3 mistakes we are so prone to?
Well, I think we need to start by redefining diet and what we want to do long term, right? So instead of a diet where we look at it as 30 days, or a short term thing, like reframe that to be a lifestyle. What do you want to do long term to be healthy, right? Because we want to have those benefits long term.
Yeah, because diet has such a connotation to it. You're just like, that means depleting myself of everything I love.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be that way. We can have a balance. But one of the first mistakes I see is women or people counting calories, and because one, it's not sustainable long term, and it creates kind of an unhealthy relationship with food because you become obsessed with that.
The numbers.
Yeah, and then it also creates an illusion because you feel like you're eating healthy because you're eating in your calorie, but it's what you're eating that matters. And oftentimes, you'll pick a, low calorie pack of cookies, over an apple, and that's gonna,
That doesn't do anything for you.
It doesn't do anything. It's gonna look differently in how your body metabolizes and absorbs that. So you wanna focus on nutrient, rich foods, the fruits and the vegetables, and when you focus on those foods, your calorie count is gonna, aid itself.
Right, and then your body actually metabolizes all of that. It puts it to use, which propels you through the day. So we have, don't think of it as a diet, think of it as a lifestyle. Like, how are you nourishing your body? I think American culture has a very weird relationship with food.
It does.
Yeah. So, and then what are some other pitfalls we make?
Yeah, so the all or nothing mindset, right? This idea that we have to be perfect. And that's like one of the #1 things that holds people back, is thinking that you have to be perfect, and if you're not, then you quit. But it's just constantly starting and stopping, and we want to get away from that and just keep moving forward. You had a cookie, move on. You can still go for a walk, drink some water, do something for your health.
I think too, I know, just speaking from personal experience, like if I was like, said I'd only have this much of the ice cream pint, and then all of a sudden you're just like a pint later, you're just like, there's no more ice cream, and I feel sick. And then you're like on this sugar coma, and then you really feel like down on yourself because that's such a spike in blood sugar, and then you're feeling frustrated. So I can totally relate to that. I think it's just like, just changing your perception of food.
Yeah, it's learning from it. I tell my clients, I'm like, well, what can you learn from this? Why did you overeat? What could you do different next time? So that the next time you have the ice cream, you can make sure you have a little bit and enjoy it, and you're not in that food coma.
I love that idea too. Instead of just like beating yourself up, or you need to replace a treat with something else because there's something going on that you're trying to fill some void, right?
Yeah, if it's emotional eating, definitely.
Well, hi.
Yeah. We can talk about that later.
I do pretty good with giving myself treats, in moderation. But I think it's like, it really is like creating a better connection with your body and food. So
it's how do you want to feel? Is this gonna help me long term or in the short term? And not that we can't ever have, the ice cream or the sugar, but long term.
And also to be like centered with yourself. I love it. Thank you so much. Really great advice to help us all just do better. It's for you. It is for you.